It's a lot of things I can be. And out of all the things I might be, it's a couple of things I will be. One, I'm gonna either be a confirmation, or two, I'm gonna be a rude awakening. You hear me? I'm gonna be a confirmation or either a rude awakening. I do cause triggers. I do cause activation. I do cause insight. I do provide knowledge. And I do share wisdom. So if you sleep, wake up. And if you've been awakened, don't let nothing put you back to sleep. You hear me? Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Don't let nothing put you back to sleep, because we know what it's like starting from right there. And those of us who've been there know what it's like down there. And we know what it took to raise it up. And keep raising it up. You don't listen, you're gonna miss it. Hope everybody feeling good, operating at your truest, highest version of your authentic self. Feeling good for no reason at all while you're doing it. I am radiating, operating, vibrating, and emanating at the truest and authentic version of my highest self. And I want to remind us of one thing before I proceed. Everything you think, everything you feel, everything you say, every action you make goes out into the universe for either heal or harm. And if you know what hurt feels like, then let us be healers. Let us be healers. It's time for the hurting to stop. I don't know who needed to hear that. Everything we do, even when nobody's watching, goes into the universe to either hurt or cause healing. Stay mindful. You only got it figured out till life show you something different. And I say that because a lot of us think we have things figured out, and a lot of us have thought we had it all figured out until life showed us something different. I'm not excluded. Well, this is why I do it, because I'm not excluded. You only got it figured out till life show you something different, man. And that's the moment when everything you thought you knew, everything you thought you know, not reflecting through what you presently experiencing. That's how you know. When everything you thought you know is not what's showing up in your present reality. That's how you will know. Because the wicked get no rest. Because we don't have no patience. And when everything we know is not what reflecting in our reality, how can you rest? When the impatience is showing you what it has caused, how can you rest? Because now we got to correct everything that we've been putting the wrong time into, trying to make something happen. If you don't listen, you're going to miss it. Be careful what you call yourself. Use your power for good. I use my power for good because I've been on the other side. So if you've been on the other side and then you did the inner work, you did the shadow work, you went through the dark journeys of the soul to elevate yourself, raise yourself up, come into a higher presence of being within yourself, raise your frequency, radiate brighter light, then you know what I'm talking about. You know, when you've been on the other side, you know. And when you vibing high, after doing the work to heal yourself, you also healing the planet too. I want to remind us of this. Every thought, every feeling, every word, it go out to either heal or hurt. When you vibing high, when you healing, make sure that what you radiating is having that same effect on everything that come into contact with you. Don't fall off your square. I know what it's like. I know what it's like. You hear me? Stay in the center of the trapeze. Imagine being a trapeze artist. If you think your life hard, imagine getting up there on that trapeze wire and have to balance yourself 100, 200, however high they be in the air. But that's what we got to do in the spiritual realm through daily experience. I know what it's like. Yeah. I know what it's like to be the low of the low, and I know what it's like to be the highest of the high. But I know what it's like to hold energy, the whole big energy. And you got people pulling on you. You got things pulling on you. You got places pulling on you. You got beings pulling on you, seen and unseen. You got your energy being pulled on, and it's draining, and it's tiring. And a lot of times we don't know what it is pulling on us or where it's coming from, you see, but we feel it. Salute to the empaths, salute to the starseeds, salute to the light workers. Peace, power, and healing to you. See, because they be thinking that we don't need it sometimes. we put so much work, effort, and influence and affecting everything that we have the ability to affect. A lot of times what we're affecting, don't think that we need to be reciprocated, but we do. So love and light to my starseeds, empaths, and light workers, my tarot card readers, my Reiki healers, you hear me? My light language, my light grid workers, my sacred geometry light grid workers, my massage therapists, nurses, yeah, healing. Salute to all those in the area of healing and helping others. Whatever you call yourself, whoever you call yourself, it's going to require you to prove it to you. That was one of the most insightful things that I learned on my journey. No matter what I called myself, I had to prove it to myself. When I thought I was that dude in the streets, when I was in the streets and I thought I was that dude, I had to prove it to myself. now that I'm that dude for the divine kingdom, I had to prove it to myself. To stand in between the center of the two, I had to prove it to myself. Somebody, everybody, gonna have to prove it to themselves. Whatever you call yourself, whoever you call yourself, and whatever you call on, you're gonna have to prove it to yourself. Don't worry about proving nothing to me. And definitely don't worry about proving nothing to nobody else. But impress me by proving it to yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're accountable for your own life. You don't take nothing else away from this message today. Remember, at the end of your day, you're going to be accountable for your own life. When it comes to us, human beings, you can't have no expectation. Please don't come on this channel and have no expectation of me. And this might be another one of the greatest jewels I'm gonna ever share to another human being. Have no expectations upon another human being. Don't, when it comes to us, don't have no expectations. We are disappointing people. And it's a process to learn how to not be disappointed to ourselves so we don't disappoint another. But there's no way to control whether or not we disappoint another or not. The only thing we have the power to control is being true to ourselves. Sometimes our disappointments has nothing to do with nobody else, just ourselves. So start there. That is the first aid kit, remember? Oneself. No expectations. The best expectations is to have none. It's less disappointment. You hear me? It's less disappointment. I was thinking, I hear Mr. Softy, and I kind of, y'all see me flash out. I went to seeing kids in my mind. You know, even kids ain't the same no more. And that's because the parents ain't the same. Message. I said that to say a lot has changed. The dollar has changed. I remember when you can go to the store and have $1 or a food stamp, and you can come out with 5 or 6 cookie, candy, ice cream, a candy bar. Might even have a soda. That's how cheap thing it was. Now you can't even buy a bag of chips unless it's them 2 for $1 kind. But you can't even buy a bag of chips for $1 no more. But I remember you can get a whole meal for $1. Chips, juice, candy, and cookies. You hear me? For $1. The kids coming in the world these days wouldn't even understand this type of language. They don't even understand that type of value of money because the value of money has changed. People have changed. Music has changed. TV has changed. The world has changed. Even your mind has changed. But is it your friend or your enemy? While you decide, just remember, it's your mind. Thanks for the likes, shares, subscribes, unsubscribes, unlikes, liking again, because you felt like, oh, let me try it again, or I ain't hearing right the first time. Whatever the case may be, I appreciate the appreciation. Thanks for the donation. Thanks for the love offered. Thanks for the purchases. And thanks for being you, family. One love. Salud.